With increased local government allocations from the federal government, are council chairmen truly delivering on their mandate? This week, we turn the spotlight on Zangon Kataf local government area in Kaduna State to find out whether higher allocations are translating into real development at the grassroots where governance truly begins. Welcome to Scorecard. I am Bernard Akede. Let's get the grades. Now, before we dive in, let's take a look at what's trending around local governments across the country. Social critic Scott Iguma has slammed Lagos-based local government chairman Omoba Adeola Alimot Adetoro, accusing her of misplaced priorities and poor performance since assuming office in 2025. Now, in a video posted online, Iguma criticized the commissioning of generators and waiting rooms, as well as the purchase of SUVs for councillors instead of providing basic infrastructure. Now, he described the local government area as dirty and in urgent need of repairs and called on the chairman to resign if she lacks direction. Well, be sure that News Central will have its reporters look into this particular local government and see what we find concerning these claims and accusations. Now to our main focus. Zangon Kataf local government area in Kaduna State, currently under the leadership of the executive chairman, Honorable Joseph Bege Gaiya, has steadily received increased allocations from the Federal Account Allocation Committee, FAC. Data obtained from the official FAC records shows that the state received over 158 billion naira between January and November 2025, raising questions about whether the increased funding is translating into the delivery of quality infrastructure at the local government level. News Central went to Zangon Kataf local government area to hear directly from the residents. They shared their views and rated the council chairman on infrastructure delivery. The executive chairman, Honorable Joseph Bege Gaiya, also responded, highlighting ongoing projects and developments across the local government. Let's take a look.
Located 161 kilometers from the state capital, Zangon Kataf local government area has its administrative headquarters in the town of Zonkwa, comprising 11 wards. According to the 2006 census, the local government covers an approximate area of 2,579 square kilometers and a population of 318,991 people. The local government received 7,671,701,526 naira 23 kobo between January and November 2025, according to the official FAC record from the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, which also indicates that the entire state received over 158 billion naira during the same time. Our investigation on the effective utilization of these funds took us around the local government where new projects are visible, as well as ongoing projects being executed.
The government of Kaduna State has been working collaboratively. We've had a very wonderful, good projects everywhere. Renovation of primary schools, transformation, because that's beyond renovation, is a total transformation, and then rebuilding and then restructuring of some of these places. We can team of Kagal, Nikulu, that's Zogon, Madakia, Kurumi Masara. We have some gigantic schools there that will transform them totally to well standardized school where you'll be happy to take your son to go and study there.
Several residents gave a score of the performance of the local government chairman.
Daga nan abin da zan bashi 99 ɗaya ne tak zan rage.
A duk kokarin da yake
99 ya ci su.
a ta wanda fanni
A komai yana da kokari.
Tabbata wannan fannin fa.
Da tsaro, da zaman lafiya, da kiwon lafiyan, da noma, da harkan kasuwancin duka na bashi maki.
I will give you 9.
9 over 10. Why did you say so?
Because he's trying. I see the education people are doing very well.
Okay, in terms of security.
Security, I will give you 100. I'll give you 10.
10 over 10.
Yes, because I see everything the facing we are facing, the fight, all this kind of thing is only I don't have any fighting.
Come to think of it, the governor has awarded so much contracts for building of roads in this Zangon Kataf local government. We have a 29-kilometer road that is being built to standard as a global international standard road, because this road was built by the then government of McCarthy. The road did not last for 3 months and it got dilapidated because the road is a swampy area, and then it is an alluvial area where the road passes. So there's a standard, a kind of a building that the road required, not just like a normal road. So the work has been going on, and is at the point of completion. It's 95% completed now.
Some others also expressed their views on the construction of access roads to the markets as well as the conditions of the markets.
Amma muna buƙatar ga gwamnati ta taimaka a gyara mana cikin kasuwa, domin akwai masu son shigo kasuwar nan, saboda duka ana yin ta a bakin titi ne, rintsi yayi yawa, shi yasa ba sa samun damar shigowa. Amma idan aka samu lokaci aka gyara mana, to akwai baki da damar duk za su samu buƙatar shigowa domin a shiga ciki. Amma yanzu kasuwar gaba ɗaya muna yin ta a bakin titi, kuma rintsi yayi yawa.
Zero. Yes, sir.
Why do you say 0?
Because you see Takana, that road of Takana, because it's a problem. Because that road is supposed to at least to help people in that road. Because anytime that you are just coming back on late, if you are driving, if at least, let me say, I have a friend, you just follow that road, you understand? Just kill that guy and take his bike.
New Central also took time to speak to the council chairman, raising issues of concern raised by residents.
So, but this market, if they release these markets to us, we will even invite investors to come, put this market in shape. This is what we realize as revenue. So let's partner with you. Take this part of the market, collect the revenues for the market to realize your money. This is what we've expunged, that you can be able to realize so amount to this amount. And so we will collaborate to see how we can raise this revenue. What belongs to the government, we give to the government, and then those our partners will take part of theirs. And then we move on, and then our people will have good market, they will have good places. In fact, there are people, you can even give them shops to develop there, and they will put in their infrastructure, collecting rent from their shops, and then you realize the revenue and pay it to the purse of the government. Based on our budget, we have so many communities we want to give them light, we have so many communities we want to give them water, we have so many communities we want to grade their roads, and some we need to maintain their roads. Some we've even written to the governor, like the township road in Zonkwa here is one of the projects that we're supposed to ensure that it comes to reality. That project has been done, and I'm sure the governor is quite aware of it, because the project was given by the then municipal, which is now a defunct agency.
Having received over 7 billion naira in 11 months, expectation remain high for residents of Zangon Kataf.
That's a report from New Central correspondent there from Zangon Kataf local government area. Now joining us to discuss this on the show, we have Edward Auta, who's a PDP chieftain in Kaduna State. And we also have joining us Honorable Cafra Caino, who's a former chairman, Kajuru local government area, still in Kaduna State. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, now I'll start with Mr. Edward Auta. Thank you so much. Now, from those we spoke to, basically, we have seen it's more like a 50-50. There are those who believe, I beg your pardon, that the local government chairman has done well, and there are those who believe that there is more that actually can be done. So my first question is, based on the funds that have been received, can we say that he's on the right track, or that actually with those funds, we should have gone further than where we are by now?
All right, thank you very much for that wonderful question. What I would say is that Zangon Kataf local government area, under the leadership of the young man, Honorable Joseph Bege Gaiya, is actually making a very strong case.
Okay, Honorable Cafra, let me come to you while we establish communications with Mr. Edward. Honorable Cafra, I would ask you the same question. With the funds received, will you say that the chairman is steadily moving at the right pace, or that we should have expected to have seen more by this time with the funds that he has received so far?
Well, thank you very much for this opportunity to be on News Central. You can be right, actually, but then there are things you need to, indices that you need to check, and if you're going to appraise his performance in office. He's a man, a gentleman who is very passionate about service to the people. He's a man who is in love with the grassroots. Yes, you can be right to say we are expected to see a lot, but from some of the interviews you conducted, I heard the speaker speaking, they talked about security, how well he has been doing in terms of security. Security is a very serious business. And for people to appraise you, give you 10 over 10, give you that kind of score, it means you're doing a lot. And if security is a very expensive business, it means there's a lot going in to peacekeeping and peace building in the community. You also know that Zangon Kataf used to be an epicenter of communal clashes and all that, and attacks, just like Kajuru local government. But there's a lot, you can't get what you require, what you're expected to have seen infrastructurally when there are cases of insecurity. So I think the chairman is doing a lot, trying to build peace and try to build harmonious living within the community. So with that, but nevertheless, the projects, infrastructural buildings in the local government are very, very conspicuous for people to see. From your video, I've seen some of the project, and it's somewhere I always pass on my way to Jos, and I've seen the kind of developmental infrastructure he has been putting in place. I can assure you he's one government that after his service, people will always refer to as one of the best performing local government. So yes, we are expected to have seen more than this, but Zangon Kataf is one of the places that has been affected by attacks. And then for him to have attained this kind of peace in the local government means there's a lot he's doing. So I think we have to appraise the young man, a lot he has been putting in, and so I think he's doing right. He's on the right track.
All right, thank you so much. Now, Mr. Edward Auta, I'll come back to you. Honorable Cafra has said that the local government chairman is on the right path. I'd like you to take that response again. Do you think that he actually is on the right track, or that by this time, with the amount of funds he has received, he should have done a lot better than where he is now?
I agree with Honorable Cafra's submission. I was just about saying that the young man has acquitted himself, and he has acquitted young people who have been making the case for inclusion, for greater opportunities in the political space. I am from Zangon Kataf local government, and there is no better person qualified to speak about the giant strides that the young man is recording. Like people rightly stated during the interviews, Zangon Kataf local government is more peaceful than before, and the strategy has been one of consolidation of what the immediate past chairman of the local government, had started. And then the second is collaboration with security agencies, collaboration with the Kaduna State government, collaboration with the federal government to see that in terms of security, the local government is safer for residents and businesses and all that. And in terms of infrastructure, I can tell you one of the major problems in Zangon Kataf local government is the issue of water. Water is still a major problem because Zangon Kataf local government is a rural local government area. And I can tell you, as I speak with you, my community is a beneficiary of the local government chairman's initiative to see that more and more communities in the local government have access to clean and potable water. That is not to talk about even the considerable attention that primary, healthcare centers are receiving in the local government area under his leadership, and with support from the Kaduna State government. Okay,
Mr. Auta, I'd like to ask you, if you don't mind, I'd like to jump in here. Being that you are, if I'm not mistaken, you are a chieftain with the PDP, that's an opposition party, and we agree that government is in continuum. You said that the local government chairman is consolidating on what his predecessor has left behind. Being a member of the opposition, what would you have done differently? Or what do you think can be done differently besides the good things that you claim or that you have stated that the current local government chairman is doing? What are the things? There are some respondents who spoke about certain things that they would like to see in place. For example, roads to markets, and proper development of the markets for further improvement of the produce that they have for sale. Besides that, are there any other things that you think, being a member of the opposition party, your party could do differently, or that somebody else could do differently besides what is being done at the moment?
Well, let me say at this juncture that just yesterday, I was attracted by the giant strides that the local government is recording under the leadership of Engineer Bege, and also under the able leadership of His Excellency Governor Obasani. This prompted not only me, but critical stakeholders in our local government to reconsider our political stance and align with the ruling party at the state and also at the national. So as I speak with you just yesterday, I registered with the ruling All Progressives Congress in my ward. And we are here to give maximum support to the local government. And I was very, very close to the immediate past chairman of the local government, who was of the PDP stock. We worked hard to bring him on board, and I can tell you that we were part and parcel of that administration, and he did very well. And today we are proud of what Engineer Bege is doing. Some of the concerns that people are raising, we want to, of course, encourage people to keep bringing them on. A young man is not sleeping. Rome was not built in a day. Leadership is a process. Development is a process. As more resources are coming, as collaboration is being enhanced between the chairman and the state government and other levers of representation within the local government and the state. Some of these concerns that people are raising, definitely they are going to be addressed. All right, Mr. Auta, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you so much. And well, I guess it's a good place to say congratulations on your movement to the new party. We do hope that the people will, benefit from what the party is doing there. Honorable Cafra, I would like to wrap up with you and with this question now. What should you think the people should be looking forward to? We're in a new year, based on the performance of the local government chairman. Both of you have said that you're most satisfied with his performance so far, but clearly there's more to be done. What do you think the people of Zangon Kataf should be expecting from the local government chairman? Coming back to your question, what you've said, I think there is still more to be expected from local government chairman. If the rural areas, the grassroots can be empowered, I know he has been doing also well in human capacity development, but if generally all the local government can be allowed to function the way they are supposed to function, I think Nigeria will have no business with poverty. So what we're looking at right now is creating industries in the rural areas, local government level, industries that will keep the people employed, the young people, so that they don't have to migrate from the rural to urban areas. And also road network is very, very important. It helps security and then it also helps trade. So road networks is something we should look forward to. I think classrooms are very important, education is very important, but we should also look at some other things, infrastructure that will allow the common man, the rural man, to be able to meet up his responsibilities at home and take care of his family. So these are things I think we should be looking at, things, infrastructure or development, things that can aid the man in the rural areas to achieve his own target, help him make his own livelihood better. I think these are things we should look forward.
All right, thank you so much. Before you go, gentlemen, Honorable Cafra, let me start with you. We've heard the score and the rating that the people have given the local government chairman. In your opinion, what do you think he has scored based on what you've seen so far? Over 10, what should we give him?
Well, I used to be a lecturer, and I think it's very difficult to give 10 over 10. But with all things being said and done, I think I will give him a 9 over 10.
Spoken as a real Nigerian lecturer. Thank you so much. And Mr. Edward Auta, what do you think? Well, you are coming new into the party, but you know the chairman based on what you have said. What do you think we should score him over 10, or what do you score him over 10?
9 over 10.
9 over 10.
It has to be, yeah, it has to be 9 over 10. He's been excellent.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. We do appreciate it. And of course, the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Honorable Sadiq Mamman-Lagos, also shared his thoughts on some of the projects the ministry through the state government has carried out.
There's nothing like that in Obasani's administration. You know, he's not interfering. That's why you see I'm acting more than what people expect to see, because there's a free hand. He doesn't interfere in local government administration. I think the autonomy they are talking about, I think, is being implemented in Kaduna State. That's why you hear rumors. Sadiq is in this, is in this. He's touching environment, he's touching sport, he's touching this. It's not me, it's the function of the ministry. The ministry involve all these sectors of, they have some, you know, collaboration to be doing within those ministries, which they are not aware. So, and maybe because of the past local government commissioners, they never exposed the ministry based on their capacity. Maybe during my own time, I'm exposing how the ministry is, how you're supposed to run the ministry. That's why people are misinterpreting. How comes Commissioner for Local Government into Ministry for Education? They've forgotten that it's the Ministry for Local Government that pay primary school teachers in Kaduna State over 4 billion. They've forgotten that, you know, waste management and other things are under local government. So they've forgotten that the primary health care in the state, Ministry for Health, is under local government. And nurses, 60% of their salaries, local government pays their salaries. So I'm involved in all this sector of this ministry. People don't seem to understand that. The achievement did not come from me. It came from the executive governor. If the executive governor of Obasani did not give us those chance and free hand, he doesn't interfere in local government administration. He doesn't interfere in their funds. Nothing. If you look at the primary health care, we go and see the upgrade that we're doing and the free drugs that we're giving. And if you look at the infrastructure, though, you know, for the past, 10 years, there are 12 local governments that did never enjoy any infrastructure development. But when Obasani came in, you go and see the road networks everywhere. The whole 23 local government, there's no local government that will show you a project of Obasani. And if you look at his budget, the recent budget that he just approved for 2026, look at what he brought, an idea of each ward. We'll have 255 wards in Kaduna State. We're putting 100 million naira on each ward.
Now, based on the residents' ratings, the chairman performed strongly in rural security and health, but fell short on road infrastructure, with many residents lamenting poor access roads that make it difficult for traders and buyers to reach local markets. And as most know, Zangon Kataf is an area where the market really is one of the strongest points of the local government area. Now, when the scores are aggregated, Zangon Kataf records 78.6%, a strong overall showing despite clear gaps in critical infrastructure. As the people say, local government is the government of the people, or the place where government begins for the people. For the people of Zangon Kataf, they are happy of what they've seen, and they do hope that the governor, or rather the local government chairman, will perform even better in the months to come. I'm Bernard Akede, and this is Scorecard, where every promise gets graded by citizens holding the red pen. See you next week.